They've switched it up too. They don't get like my hey.
Hey, Jen, have you got any mandolin straps up at your shop? Okay.
Yeah.
How about a soft mandolin case?
Bags? Yes, we should have. Yes.
Okay. I'll check by after a while.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to be going to get us some water here before we right before we get started. Okay.
About 74 degrees currently. With the forecast coming up, it's a beautiful day on the way. Temperatures expected around mid-80s with a easterly breeze. Most sunshiny days.
We got more ads than usual,
And a lot of
which is
time on
good.
the way on through the rest of the week. Again, check that
So
out.
if you want to, we'll do two.
I'll take you down to the rural
Is that
theater.
okay?
Live from the historic theater in the heart of America's hometown, Mount Airy, North Carolina, the WPAQ now presents on Saturday morning merry-go-round, bringing you the best in bluegrass and old-time music. And now, live from the stage of the Earl Theater, it's the merry-go-round.
And a good Saturday morning to all you folks listening in to the Voice of the Blue Ridge this beautiful Saturday of Labor Day weekend, first Saturday in September. And if you're joining us over the air, we appreciate you tuning us in at 106.7 or 740 on the AM dial. And also welcome to the folks listening in on the internet at WPAQ740.com. And you folks watching on our YouTube channel, you are really in for a treat today, because we are joined by a lovely family. I love their name, and I was thinking, you know what? Some of these biscuits are not, they're only half done or a quarter done. So you'll find more out about that here as the program goes on. So without further ado, for part one of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round, they're from Low Gap, North Carolina. Help me make welcome to the merry-go-round, the Biscuit Eaters. by our special guest here on this first portion of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round. That's the Biscuit Eaters. And we're going to take a real quick break, Bob, and hear a word from our sponsor of this first portion of today's program. That's Bledsoe and Associates, and we'll be back with more music coming up on today's Saturday morning merry-go-round right after this. I hope they're coming down.
Well, somebody's getting a car.
I have some over here when you need them. Thank you so much, Bob King, and also want to remind you this portion of today's show is brought to you by Bledsoe and Associates. Tim and his local award-winning team will meet you in person or over the phone for a free consultation and find you some affordable coverage. That's Bledsoe and Associates, specializing in helping you understand your Medicare needs and plan options. Call for a free consultation at 336-719-2228. That's Bledsoe and Associates, bringing you this first portion of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round. Back to more music now with our special guests, the Biscuit Eaters.
Thank you so much. We are the Biscuit Eaters, otherwise known as the Wilkerson family. Thought the Biscuit Eaters had a little better role to it in music world, so we're going to bring Maggie Jane up here to sing a great gospel number for you called Mansion Over the Hilltop. And Maggie is 8 years old. Two bands this morning.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Okay, so we were just the Biscuit Eaters, right?
Right.
Now we're going to morph into the Biscuit Eating Ramblers.
Oh, okay. Sounds like we might be a old-time
We're
group.
going to play a couple of old-time numbers.
Awesome.
And Silas is popping up here to play bass. And this is our youth band that played at Galax this year. And we also won first place at Freeze with this number. They're going to do Ida Red first, and then they're going to do a little John Brown's Dream. You just stay back right over here. And I'm going to step out and let the Biscuit Eating Ramblers take it. a junior Appalachian musicians program that meets in Elkin. And I'm a fiddle teacher there, and all the kids are involved, and we meet on Wednesdays. And this is a tune they just learned this week called John Brown's Dream, and I'm going to help them out just a little bit on that. Switches back over to his biscuit eating banjo, the three finger style banjo. I'll tell you about Silas here. Silas is 6 years old and he's been playing the fiddle since about December last year. So, over here we have Sam on the fiddle. He's been playing for a few years and he is 13. Molly back here is 4 and she just started fiddle in June, so I bet this time next year she'll be joining us on stage too. So, and I already introduced Maggie Jane. She's 8 and she plays guitar and fiddle and sings. Yep. And I'm Mom. I'm Meredith, and you don't need to know how old I am. And that's Jason, and he's the daddy. And we have our oldest here too, John. And he can play instruments, but he's usually working because he's loves to.
Well, we have to have people to work too. So.
That's right. All right, come on up, babe. Joe's gonna come up and do a little shucking the corn for you. Last night we had the opportunity to play in Sparta at the Allegheny Jubilee, and if you have never been there, that was fun. It's a little dance hall, and they do flat footing and square dancing and sometimes line dancing, and we played with some friends up there and had a great time. Looking forward to being back there soon. But we're homeschoolers. We teach the kids at home, and my husband's a pastor at Disciples Fellowship Church in Jonesville, North Carolina. And we're glad to be here.
Great job, our special guests, the Biscuit Eaters. Let's take a break now and hear a word from our sponsor of this portion of today's program. That's Price Power Equipment over in Elkin, North Carolina. And we'll be back with more music coming up right after this.
Scared of everybody like me. I thought it was
Thank you so much, Bob King, and appreciate you this morning. Also, I heard from a friend and listener, John Bolden. He's listening in. Wanted to know if y'all send him out a song. Wanted to tell the kids and the parents too that how great of a job that y'all were doing. And John was on the program last week with his group Rain Check. They're outstanding. Hope they'll be back with us in January, if I'm not mistaken. So if we could, we'll send John Bolden out a song.
All right.
And whatever you got picked out next, let's do play until the bottom of the hour, if that's okay.
All right, that sounds good. All right, Mr. John, this one's for you then. How about a little dooley? Well, Dooley was a good old man, he lived along that field. Dooley had 2 daughters and a 40-gallon still. One gal watched the water, the other watched the spout. Mama poured them bottles when old Dooley fetched them out. Dooley slipping a holler, Dooley trying to dollar. Dooley, give me some water, pay back someday. Dooley was a trader when into town he'd come. Sugar by the bushel and molasses by the ton. Revenues came from him, must have been through the woods. Dooley kept behind him and he never lost his goods. Dooley slipping a holler, Dooley trying to dollar. Dooley, give me some water, pay back someday. Well, I remember very well the day old Dooley died. Women folk looked sorry and the men stood around and cried. They laid him up there on the hill, he lays there all alone. They put a jug beside him and a barrel for a stone. Dooley slipping a holler, Dooley trying to make dollar. Dooley, give me some water, pay back someday. All right, we're gonna have the boys come up and sing a little bit. Banjo player's got to get back in tune. This is one of our favorite songs, Blue Ridge Cabin Home. And we've got to sing all these songs in the key of D, which normally they're not played in the key of D, but because of our voices, so we'll see what happens next summer. We may be playing those in a different key by the time we get to next year, so. Here it comes. Tied it on. This is one of the first songs we did on stage at the Mount Airy Fiddlers Convention. that was a good time. We're looking forward to the Surrey County Fiddlers Convention as well. What's the date on that? Do you know, Judy? It's the last weekend in September.
It's not quite the last weekend, it's actually the, I think it's the 4th. Let me give you that date real quick, but it's not gonna be on my
24th, I
clock.
think it is, yeah.
Yes, the 24th, so it's the 4th Saturday this month over at a new location, we believe, for just this year, but at the Surrey County Government Center. It's real easy to find, and they're gonna have some outside and inside venues for it, places for jamming as well, so come and.
And a dance on Friday.
Yes, and dance on Friday night featuring the Slate Mountain Ramblers,
Yes.
and I can't
It's one of
remember.
our favorites.
Two groups, but I can't remember who the other one is right now, so I won't say it wrong. But join us for the Surrey Old Time Fiddlers, September, new time, new day, the 24th of this month. Hopefully for 2022, I believe only, and go back to the spring for 2023. So.
Slate Mountain Ramblers. They're one of our favorite old time bands, so we enjoy listening to them. Ready? Blue Ridge Cabin Home.
And we'll be back with more music coming up on today's Saturday morning merry-go-round right after this.
And a quick check on the forecast, humidity is dropping down, and the temperatures going up, sunshine today, temperatures in the mid-80s, with a little bit of easterly breeze, about 5 miles an hour. Our best day of the week is for the sunshine, we're not going to see a lot of that for the rest of the week. Quite a chance of showers tonight, 20%, overnight lows of 66. Tomorrow, cloudy, 82 the high. So chances of rain building right now as we speak, 30% chance tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow night with an overnight low again in the mid to upper 60s. And Labor Day and Tuesday, right now 60% chance of rain each day. Now also Wednesday is 60%.
That's fine. Oh, no,
chance
you,
of rain.
yeah, we're fine.
So showers, overnight lows around mid-60s and daytime highs around 80 degrees. We stay around about 80 through
2
the
or
rest
3,
of the week,
whichever.
80 or 81,
We're
all the way
flexible.
through Friday. And the best chance of rain again Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Also, small chances of showers closing out the rest of the week. So again, temperatures starting to trail down a little bit now, and still getting that moisture coming in through these first few days of September. And again, we're 75 degrees outside. And back to more music now from the merry-go-round. Once again, here's Kenny.
Thank you so much, Bob King. It is a beautiful day here in the Granite City. If you're in and around downtown Mount Airy, stop by and see us at the Earl Theater. After the 12 o'clock news, we'll have another group joining us, the first-time guests on the merry-go-round, Polk County Line. And they're here and ready to play for you folks after 12 o'clock. Right now, back to our special guests on part one of today's program, the Biscuit Eaters.
Rock of ages cleft for me. Let me hide myself in thee. Let the water and the blood from thy wounded side which flow before sin the double cure. Cleanse me now and make me pure. Through my disappointments and strife and discontentments, I cast my heavy care on the Lord. Around the obsession, pain and depression, I'm standing on the solid rock. I'm standing on the rock of ages, saved from all the storms and rages. I'm rich, but not from Satan's wages. I'm standing on the solid rock. Even though it's gone now, I don't feel alone now. Comfort came the Spirit of the Lord. From the shade beside me, I'm standing on the solid rock. I'm standing on the rock of ages, saved from all the storms and rages. I'm rich, but not from Satan's wages. I'm standing on the solid rock. Now I'm pressing onward, each step leads me homeward. I'm trusting in my Savior day by day. Strong in revelation, firm in His foundation, so on solid rock I'll stay. I'm standing on the rock of ages, saved from all the storms and rages. I'm rich, but not from Satan's wages. I'm standing on the solid rock. I'm standing on the rock of ages, saved from all the storms and rages. I'm rich, but not from Satan's wages. I'm standing on the solid rock. I'm standing on the solid rock. All right, we're gonna have our little fiddler come up here. Silas, this is one of his favorite songs, Mississippi Sawyer. He's gonna do a little fiddling for you. Ready?
welcome our special guests for part one of today's program, the Biscuit Eaters. And also, I'd like to welcome once again all the folks watching on our YouTube stream. Callie Sladen wanted me to make sure that the folks knew here in the group that she was watching on YouTube and saying what a great job that the group was doing. So right now, we'll send things back to you, Bob King, and hear a word from our sponsor, and we'll be back with more music coming up right after this.
That requires a well-trained professional who specializes in knowing all the various plans and details, as well as the right questions to ask. You need Bledsoe Associates. Tim and his local award-winning team will meet with you in person or over the phone for a free consultation and so you are on the right track for healthy and affordable coverage. Bledsoe Associates is located at 2008 South McKinney Road, Mount Airy, or call 336-719-2228.
Thank you so much, Bob King, and we appreciate you. Also appreciate Bledsoe and Associates. Remember, you can call them for open enrollment as well. Bledsoe and Associates offering life, individual health insurance annuities, as well as Medicare Advantage and supplement plans. They'll make sure you understand all your options. Confident in your coverage decisions. Call Bledsoe and Associates for a free consultation at 336-719-2228. And now back to more music here on the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round featuring the Biscuit Eaters. Once again, don't forget, after the 12 o'clock news, we'll be joined by another group making their debut here on the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round. That's their merry-go-round debut anyways, that is the Polk County Line. They'll be with us after the 12 o'clock news. Right now, back to more music here on the merry-go-round.
All right, we're going to bring up Fiddlin' Silas again to play a little Old Joe Clark for you. y'all know I have got a hard job. Let me tell you. Besides getting up this morning, fixing breakfast, getting everybody decent looking to come here, loading up all these instruments, loading up all these kids. I tell everybody when to come in, when to move, and I remind them of the words. I mean, you know, I think I deserve a hand, don't I? A musician's mother, her job is never done. No, I'm thankful. It's fun. They do a great job. They practice a lot. They love to play their instruments and to play music. And I'm so appreciative of the programs we're involved with. The Reeves Downtown School of Music is a great place for my kids in Elkin. And I know they have a great program here that meets on Thursday nights that the boys' teacher is involved in, Mr. Vip. It's on Thursday nights and it's free, and you can get guitar, fiddle, mandolin lessons. Kids can come and check it out. They also do dancing. I think that starts at 5:30. Maybe Jeannie can correct me when she gets back up here. But that's through the TAPS program sponsored by the Arts Council. All right, we're going to do a little I'll Fly Away for you. Try that one again.
Great job, our special guests, Biscuit Eaters. We'll take another real quick break and hear a word from our sponsor of this portion of today's program, and we'll be back with more music coming up on today's Saturday morning merry-go-round right after this. We'll probably have time for at least two, probably three.
Carried by people committed
And we can talk when we come back because we need to talk about the
just like flowers. Participants keep going, raising funds and awareness for breakthrough in the fight against Alzheimer's and all other dementia. That will join us.
We used to get the, it just got, we're just such a skeleton crew. I mean, the radio station is it's too much.
Blessing Associates Insurance offers life and individual health insurance, annuities, as well as Medicare Advantage and supplement plans. We'll make sure you understand all your options and are 100% confident in your coverage decision. Call 336-719-2228. There you have it. True testimony from thousands of satisfied customers. Come see why. Visit Bledsoe Associates at 2008 South Tiffany Road in Madison.
And we take you back. So now, we today's merry-go-round beginning.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Bob King. And once again, want to remind you this first hour of the merry-go-round brought to you by Bledsoe and Associates, Price Power Equipment, and Old Mill Music. And we'll be going back to about time for two numbers, I would say, but we want to tell the folks out there in Radio Land that are listening in. Also heard during that break from Bobby Wayne and Betty Manring. They're watching on YouTube as well, and we thank you for tuning us in. And I heard some really great news that the Biscuit Eaters were going to be performing at IBMA this year. That's coming up very soon. I know, or pretty
Yeah,
soon.
we're tickled to have been asked to be a part of the Jam Showcase stage Friday the 30th. We're going to be playing at 2 o'clock at IBMA. And if you don't know what that is, it's the International Bluegrass Music Association. And it's like one of the biggest deals. Everybody comes, I mean, I can't even describe what it is. I've never got to go.
Let's
so
say
I'm
it's the
tickled to
Grammys
just even go.
the Grammys of Bluegrass.
There you go. The Grammys of Bluegrass. So we're excited to be a part of that showcase, and we're thankful for the Jam folks for asking us to come and play.
And also, in addition to the that aspect of it, there's a lot of headlining groups that are who's who in bluegrass that perform, and also they have vendors. It's a great time, and like you say, showcase new artists and new talent each year. And so I'm so glad to hear that y'all will be performing there. We got about 5 minutes left in the program, so thank you once again. Done a great job. Really appreciate y'all being with us today, and haven't they done a great job?
We're going to do a gospel number now, and we would like to send this one out to Miss Denise, Miss Teresa, our friend Beverly over there at Mayberry Music. When we're in town, we like to go there and play some great gospel music every Saturday morning with them. So hey y'all, and we love you, and this one's for you, and I pray I can remember the words. As I climb this gospel ladder, always heeding every sign, I know my Savior's with me and He is teaching me to climb. Every day on this journey is a battle for me. Every step on this ladder is another victory. They're holding up the ladder that I'm climbing on. I'm climbing up the ladder and I'm going home. At the top of the ladder, oh what joy there shall be. And the angels are holding up this ladder for me. There's a mansion being built for me somewhere in glory land, and this ladder that I'm climbing is a part of His plan. I can hear the angels cheering, soon the battle will be o'er, and we'll celebrate the victory when we reach the other shore. They're holding up the ladder that I'm climbing on. I'm climbing up the ladder and I'm going home. At
mention this, I told Teresa that I would be sure and tell the folks listening in that Mayberry Music Center is celebrating their 20th year anniversary, and celebration of that, they are going to be raffling off one of their fine Blue Ridge guitars. Tickets on it are only $10, and they're going to give the guitar away during Mayberry Day's concert with Jeff and Sherry Easter. So be sure and stop over there and pick up a raffle ticket. Got time for one more? What you got picked out to close
We're gonna
things
do
out?
a little fireball mail, and I was saying about the Blue Ridge guitar, and you said that, and the boys' eyes went, we like to go in there and play the ones they have out for demo and for sale, and they love those Blue Ridge guitars. They are nice. And on the 23rd, that's Mayberry Days, right? We're gonna be playing at the farmer's market at about 10. So, yeah, that's another thing we're gonna be doing. Let's hear a little fireball mail, boys. Biscuit Eaters. Hope to have y'all on again real soon. Don't anybody go anywhere, however you folks here in the theater. Let's go get us some popcorn and a drink, and we'll be back in about 6 minutes with our special guest for part 2 of today's program, Polk County Line. So stay tuned for that. Right now, we'll send things back to you, Bob King, and have a look at the news and weather, and we'll be back with more on the merry-go-round. You're listening to the voice of the Blue Ridge. This is AM 740 WPAQ.
WPAQ and WSYD News, I'm Kelly Epperson. A 20-year-old Virginia Tech student lost his life after a crash on Friday morning just after midnight. According to the Blacksburg Police Department, they responded to the 2200 block of South Main Street after receiving a report of a vehicle versus pedestrian crash. After arriving, officers said they were able to identify the pedestrian as 20-year-old John Wallace Thomason of Fairfax. Virginia Tech officials confirmed that Thomason was a Virginia Tech junior who was majoring in biological sciences. Officials on the scene attempted life-saving measures, but unfortunately Thomason succumbed to his injuries, according to police. Blacksburg police said the driver of the vehicle stayed at the scene of the incident and is cooperating with the ongoing investigation. Anyone with information about the incident is being asked to contact the Blacksburg Police Department at 540-443-1400. The Humane Society of the United States says it has removed the last group of beagles from a troubled breeding facility in Virginia that it planned to sell the dogs to animal testing labs. The organization said it took away the remaining 312 dogs at the facility in Cumberland on Thursday. Nearly 4,000 beagles were removed altogether. They're being transported to shelters and other rescue sites across the country,
Help me put these
which are
chairs away.
finding homes for the
You're
cases.
good, he's just
Many
standing there.
people don't realize that an average of 60,000 dogs, just like these, are still used in laboratories each year, according to Humane Society President and CEO Kitty Block in a statement. Even as we celebrate these lucky dogs going to loving homes, we're focused on creating a future where no dog makes that kind of fate, unquote. Block said those dogs were spared because that particular breeding facility was cited for animal welfare act violations.
Hey, how's it going?
Dudley High School Friday night football game against Durham Southside High School was suspended at halftime due to fights in and around the stadium. A WXII photojournalist filming the game said an announcement came over the PA system instructing fans to leave. There was also a noticeably large police presence. The Greensboro Police Lieutenant told local station WXII there were minor injuries as a result of the fight. It is unclear if anyone has been arrested or exactly how many people were involved. Dudley was trailing Hillside 15-8 at the time the game was suspended. Raleigh NBC affiliate WRAL reports Hillside will be credited with a victory. The McDowell County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in finding 3 runaway teens. McDowell deputies said the 3 juveniles were last seen at 9:30 p.m. on Tuesday at Clear Sky Behavioral on Old Greenleaf Road. The names of the teens are 16-year-old Dalton Foster, 17-year-old Mary Boyd, and 16-year-old Noah Wall. Dalton has green eyes, sandy blonde hair, 5'9", 240 pounds. Demarius has brown eyes, black hair.
We're not gonna use 9.
The first Thursday, so maybe
Has blue eyes and brown hair, and 5'5" and 172 pounds. Anyone with information on the missing teen is asked to call the McDowell County Sheriff's Office or non-emergency phone 828-652-4000. The town in the Triangle has been ranked the safest city in the country, according to a new report. Good Hire, a background check company, used FBI crime data to find the safest cities in America. The report ranked the cities based on its rate of offenses per 1,000 people for property, violent, and society crime. In the final ranking, Good Hire weighted crimes against persons and crimes against property at 40% and crimes against society at 20%. Each city received a score up to 100, with the safest cities receiving lower scores and more dangerous cities receiving higher scores. According to the report, Cary, North Carolina, the safest city in America. McKinney, Texas came in second, St. Paul, Minnesota third, Alexandria, Virginia came on 8th on the list. Tropical storm Danielle strengthened into a hurricane yesterday morning, the first of an unusually quiet storm season. The storm is not currently a threat to any land.
Is everybody
Storm's
saying?
maximum sustained wind was clocked at 75 miles per hour, according to the U.S. National Hurricane Center. The storm is centered about 885 miles west of the Azores and is drifting west at about a mile per hour. The Hurricane Center said the storm is expected to meander in the Atlantic over the next few days. The tropical storm comes amid what has been a calm hurricane season. It is the first time since 1941 that the Atlantic has gone from July 3rd to the end of August with no named storm. Colorado State University hurricane researcher Bill Blochweg had told WPAQ earlier there are no coastal watches or warnings in effect. A man was killed in a hit-and-run crash.
Okay, so now be back to 2, 4, and 6 like usual, hopefully.
North Carolina on Thursday night, according to police. Concord police officers were called to the Walmart on Thunder Road Northwest for a report of a hit-and-run crash with injuries. Officials said in the news release, emergency medical personnel pronounced 55-year-old Leon Phillips
Right, you?
dead at the scene.
This is my lady.
crash investigators obtained a description of the suspect vehicle and driver. Officers later arrested Anthony Scott Amy and charged him with felony hit and run, police said. Investigators determined that the incident began as a dispute over a parking space. Amy received a $50,000 secured bond. He
It
waived
is
his
close.
right to
Okay.
attorney appearance at the Harris County District Court on Friday, according to court records.
Try something
And
for about
his next
25
appearance
seconds, if
is
you don't
set
mind, with
for
vocals, so we
September
can get a line
22nd.
check.
And in keeping with the intent of Labor Day, Mount Airy sanitation personnel will not be running routes on that holiday honoring the
I'm gonna
American
listen up here, okay?
a day of rest and relaxation. This will include no yard waste collection on Monday. The next such pickups are scheduled for September 12th, a week later. In addition, commercial garbage routes normally run on Monday are to be serviced on Tuesday instead. The same one-day delay also will be in place for the city industrial route in being moved from Monday to Tuesday. Municipal offices also will be closed Monday in observance of Labor Day. That's a look at the news for WPAQ and WSYD. I'm Kelly
Try something, just a little bit of something with vocals.
Walk softly on this heart of mine. You say you're sorry once again, dear. You want me to take you back once more. You say you need a helping hand. That's what you told me was before. Walk softly on this heart of mine, love. Don't treat it mean and so unkind. Let it rest in peace and quiet, love. Walk softly on this heart of mine.
What do you think, Patrick? Okay.
Okay, great. Sounds good, sounds good. Can we do, three songs to start before we take a break? 3 songs, okay.
And now back to Jenny and merry-go-round.
And we thank you so much, Bob King, if you're just tuning in and just joining us here at the theater or on our YouTube stream. Thank you for tuning in to the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round. We do this each and every week, broadcasting live here from the historic Earl Theater, home of the Old Time Music Heritage Hall. And our special guest for this portion of today's program, second portion, their first-time guests with us here. We're so glad to have them. So without further ado, help me make welcome. They're from down around Spartanburg, South Carolina, Polk County Line.
As you read this letter that I write to you, sweetheart, I hope you understand that you're the only one I need. Try and forgive me if you can. Sweetheart, I beg you come home tonight. I'm so rude all alone. I promise that I'll treat you right. Love, oh love, please come home. That old wind is going slowly creeping round, and the fire
with us for part 2 of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round. And I will go ahead and tell you folks that this portion of today's program is brought to you by Old Mill Music, and we'll also thank our sponsors for our first hour. That's Bledsoe and Associates, along with Price, Power, and Equipment. And so right now, we'll go ahead and send things back to you, Bob King, and we'll be back with more music coming up here on today's Saturday morning merry-go-round on the voice of the Blue Ridge right after this. Another 3, if that's okay. And you're welcome to tell her anything about where you play, anything like that. Just feel free to do that. No, we're glad for that. YouTube cuts commercial songs sometimes, you know what I mean? Like if it's something that's out of the domain. So we're happy for that. Any original songs are great.
Better go Bledsoe.
And back to the merry-go-round, once again, here's Jenny.
Thank you so much, Bob King, and once again, we want to thank our sponsor, Bledsoe and Associates, offering life and individual health insurance, as well as annuities and Medicare Advantage and supplement plans. They'll make sure that you understand all of your options and are 100% confident in the coverage decisions that you make. That's Bledsoe and Associates. Call them for a free consultation at 336-719-2228. Bledsoe and Associates bringing you this portion of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round. Back to our special guest now, Polk County Line.
Thank you. One little teardrop at a time, you've been leaving my heart and my mind. My love is so drowning in the river that I cried. One little teardrop at a time, you've been leaving me for a long time. I've known all along that it's true. I'd like to say my heart is sad and broken, but the truth is I'm already over you. One little teardrop at a time, you've been leaving my heart and my mind. My love is slowly drowning in the river that I cried. One little teardrop at a time. Wondering where you were when I was here at home. Now you finally got the nerve to say you're leaving. I'm already over you before you're gone. One little teardrop at a time, you've been leaving my heart and my mind. My love is slowly drowning in the river that I cried. One little teardrop at a time. One little teardrop at a time, you've been leaving my heart and my mind. My love is slowly drowning in the river that I cried. One little teardrop at a time. My love is slowly drowning in the river that I cried. One little teardrop at a time. you, it's bad to almost drop your pick right in the middle of a love song. Oh, we're gonna get our bass player to come around and do one for you. This is about one of his girlfriends that he used to have back in high school. Oh. You do one. How about that? Give a stand.
She lives alone on dark windy street in a room at the top of the stairs. She smokes cigarettes and stares at the wall, not knowing that my heart lives there. In the cool of the night, she takes me inside and helps through my trouble and pain. She's warm and she's sweet, her kiss leave me weeping, but said she will never love again. She talks about the past, the sorrow and regret. She cries about the greater pain. I love her so much, but she didn't want to leave, and any man alive can care. Oh, I wish I'd been there when she was a girl, for love had treated her unfair. But she would be so sad, and she wouldn't live long in a room at the top of the stairs. She lives alone on dark windy street in a room at the top of the stairs.
Room at the top of the stairs. That was Mr. Alan Gosnell. He is from Glassy Mountain, South Carolina. To my far left, I have Mr. Barry Taylor on mandolin and vocals. He is from Bowling Springs, South Carolina. To my right is Mr. Dennis Watson on banjo and vocals and whatever he puts in his hand to play. He's pretty good at it. Mr. Dennis Watson from Green River, North Carolina. My name is Terry Perry, and I'm from Bowling Springs, South Carolina, and we are Polk County Line, and we're glad to be here today. We're going to do a song that a friend of mine down in Taylor, South Carolina wrote for us, and he wrote the words and brought it to us and asked us if we'd put music to it and play it for him, so that's what we started to do here with this song about the last 2 or 3 months. But we hope you enjoy this. Got to get tuned up for it. This is in a odd key, I guess. It's one called, we call it Lonely Road. got no money, ain't got no home. The Blue Ridge Mountains are where I roam. I play my banjo when the sun goes down. I take my music to another town. These raging rivers, clear blue stream, but my memories fill my dreams. Blue Ridge Mountain, lonely road, cast a shadow on the town below. I had a girl in another town. She won't marry 'cause her home around. I take my music to another town. I hope those people throw a nickel down. These Blue Ridge Mountains, where the eagle flies, where I was born and where I'll die. Blue Ridge Mountain, lonely road, cast a shadow on the town below. Cast a shadow on the town below.
Time is the bottom of the hour, so we'll take a quick break for the weather forecast, and we'll be back with more music coming up, and our special guest, Polk County Line, on the Saturday morning merry-go-round right after this.
81 degrees this afternoon. Look at the southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. And today is probably the only day of the week we'll have some sunshine. Tonight, cloudy overnight, 20% chance of rain and 30% chance of rain tomorrow. 82, cloudy skies. About 10% with a Friday. 67 overnight, no Sunday night, with a 30% chance of showers. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 80% chance of rain in the afternoon and evening. Temperature is nice to be around 80 degrees each day, all the way through to Friday, 81, 82, somewhere along in there. Cloud cover keeping the temperature in check. Humidity factor will go up during this stretch. But again, kick off a wet September, like we've done July and August. And always go into
Freeze
Friday.
fine, unless you want to, we're good either way.
Currently at 81 degrees. And back for music now from our merry-go-round. Once again, Jenny.
Thank you so much, Bob King, and once again, we appreciate you this Saturday morning keeping us on the air. And right now, back to our special guest for this second portion of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round from Spartanburg, South Carolina, Polk County Line.
Thank you, ma'am. We're gonna do one old country song that Merle Haggard wrote, and done for years. We hate that he's gone, but he left a lot of good stuff behind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna do one that was written by a local guy that the banjo player knows. It's a gospel song. It really reaches out, and I don't know anybody's life that it wouldn't touch, because everybody's been in this kind of the same situation. Till I hear Jesus call their name, and the name of the song is Since Jesus Called My Name. In trouble with the law, no hope of life I saw. Satan sure did have a grip on me. Hated and despised because of all my life. Jesus came and set my spirit free. My heart was filled with pain and fears all I gained. I let Jesus finally take me in. My life's not been the same since Jesus called my name. Now Satan knows that he can't win. Now when you're in despair and feel that no one cares, everybody's turning back on you. When Jesus calls your name, nothing is the same. You'll live in heaven when this life is through. My heart was filled with pain and fear is all I gained. I let Jesus finally take me in. My life's not been the same since Jesus called my name. Now Satan knows that he can't win. Filled with pain, pain is all I gained. I let Jesus finally take me in. My life's not been the same since Jesus called my name. Now Satan knows that he can't win. Now Satan knows that he can't
All right, great job, our special guest, Polk County Line. We will take a real quick break. If you folks here don't mind, we'll be back with more music coming up on today's Saturday morning merry-go-round program here on the voice of the Blue Ridge.
This Friday night, the Bears will head up the mountains to West Jefferson to take on the Huskies of Ashe County High School. You can hear it all live right here at your AM 1300 Granite City Gold WSYD, FM 105.1, AM 740, AM 2, FM 106.7. Anyways around the world, supporting.com, WSYD 1300. Airtime for your mechanic, automotive group, end of the week, at 7 o'clock. As always, go Bears.
The subjects, thoughts, and opinions expressed by individuals or performers on this station are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff and management of WPAQ. WPAQ will be glad to consider requests for broadcast time to oppose opinions or views expressed in any of our programming. Address such requests to the management. WPAQ, P.O. Box 907, Mount Airy, North Carolina, 27030.
Well, then we send it back to the aerial theater for more music from the merry-go-round. Here's Jenny.
Thank you so much, Bob King. And if you're just tuning in or just joining us here on the merry-go-round, we had a great program on our first hour with the Biscuit Eaters. And now we're joined by some folks out of Spartanburg, South Carolina area. They are Polk County Line, and we really appreciate these folks coming to be with us for the merry-go-round. I'd like to invite you to play about 3 songs, and then we'll take another break. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll do a love song for you. Walk through this world with me, know where I go, share all my dreams with me, I need you so. In life we search, and few of us find. I look for you a long, long time, and now that I found you, new horizons I see. Come take my hand and walk through this world with me. Walk through this world with me, go where I go, share all my dreams with me, I need you so. In life we search, and few of us find. I've looked for you a long, long time, and now that I found you, new horizons I see. Come take my hand and walk through this world with me. Come take my hand and walk through this world with Old George Jones song. We're gonna get Mr. Allen back up here to do another one for you. It's about his other girlfriend. She had a tattoo put his name on her arm, and now she's stuck with it. She can't get it off.
That's what you get.
That's right. She don't love him anymore. So. If you think it. Okay.
Well, what you gonna do, little tattoo hag, go hide the name? All feature we make up on, there's no hide shame. You can cover up, but no love, ain't cost too much to change. What you gonna do, little tattoo hag, go hide my name? Well, that D-I-V-O-R-C slapped right in the face. It's red when you look for a new blood, better hope our name sings. In through our home in front yard, I slowly walk away. hang on have my name. Well, what you gonna do with a old tattoo hang on have my name? Long the church we make up on them won't hide shame. You can't cover up and don't look, ain't cost too much to change. What you gonna do with a old tattoo hang on have my name? That one had wing part too hard and you had too much strength. Oh, it's not my fault, can't wash it off, so save yourself the pain. What you gonna do about tattoo hang on have my name? Well, what you gonna do about tattoo hang on have my name? Long teacher we make up on this don't hide shame. You can't cover up the no ain't cost too much to change. What you gonna do about that you hang on have my name? Well, what you gonna do about that you hang on have my name? Long teacher we make up all the different hide shame. You can cover up the no ain't cost too much to change. What you gonna do about that you hang on have my name? Yeah, what you gonna do about that too when you try to find somebody new? What you gonna do about that too hang on have my name?
Old tattoo. He regretted it ever since he set her on his way. We're gonna do one for you. Back in the 90s, group Blue Highway had this song out, and it was actually a eulogy for his wife's aunt's funeral, I think it was. But it's it talks about where we're going one day when the Lord comes back. Someday when my last line is written, someday when I've drawn my last breath, when my last words on earth have been spoken, and my lips are sealed in death, don't look on my cold form in pity, don't think of me as one dead. It'll just be the house I once lived in, my spirit by then will have fled. I'll finish my time here allotted, but I won't be in darkness alone. I will have heard from heaven the summons to come on home. And when my body is in the grave, don't think that I'll be there. I won't be dead but living in the place Jesus went to prepare. And after all is said and done, know that my last earnest prayer is that my loved ones be ready someday to meet me there.
If it'd be all right, I think we'll take a real quick break at this time, and we'll come back with more music here on the Saturday morning merry-go-round on the voice of the Blue Ridge. This is part of today's show featuring Polk County Line. We'll be back right after this.
Come back, we'll just play until 1 this time, so it might be just 2. I'll watch the time, and then we'll come back after that.
Visit them on Facebook or follow their YouTube on Twitter account. You'll feel like you should have old friends.
Andy's Old Country Store is now open for breakfast and lunch, featuring homemade deli items with Darlene's sweet recipe. They're located at 789 North Carolina 18 in Ennis, North Carolina, with hours of 6:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday.
Come back 29 minutes of time. Just till we take a break, we'll just do 2 this time. 2 and take a break. Don't talk about key lime pie.
Thank you so much, Bob King, and just a reminder that this portion of today's program brought to you by Cottage Media 11. If you're tired of being bombarded by all the noisy, conflicted, opinionated websites out there, then check out Cottage Media 11. They feature traditional music, faith, and inspirational articles and videos, also historical fun facts, all with small town values perspective that you'll want to check back daily. They do update it every day. That's cottagemedia11.com, and also you can find them on Twitter as well as on Facebook. Also, we heard during that break from David. He's listening in, said y'all are sounding good from down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So right now, back to our special guest for this portion of today's program, Polk County Line.
We'll do one called I Believe in Town Tomorrow. I'll pack my bag, hit the highway, I must go, I'm leaving town tomorrow. Pack my bag, hit the highway, I must go, I'm leaving town tomorrow. Okay, we'll do another gospel song for you. One that we heard on the Gaither thing, I think it was. I've drifted coming home, coming home, nevermore to roam. Open wide thy arms of love, Lord, I'm coming home. Of love, Lord, I'm coming
Oh, enjoying the music here on the Earl Theater stage for the Saturday morning merry-go-round on WPAQ. And right now, we're going to go back to you, Bob King. We'll be back with more music here coming up from the merry-go-round right after this.
What were you trying to say something? I think it does. We had like between 5 and 6 inches around July. Yeah. Ain't that something?
Thank you so much, Bob King. I just appreciate you, and also appreciate that Friday Night Rewind and the Bears victorious once again over the Golden Eagles of Surrey Central last night. And right now, back to our special guest for this portion of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round, Polk County Line. What you got picked out for us next?
We're gonna do one called Gold Heart Locket. All night long I've been riding, driving, should have been there by now. But these old county roads got a lot of deep holes and the rain keeps pouring down. Bridges washed out in the rising waters of the river rush by. And I'm up to my fingers in mud and to my witness above. I'm really struggling this time. I got a gold heart locket on a silver chain, clenched tight in my fist in the pouring rain. And the only road back home again is all washed away. I'm gonna cross that river tonight, no matter what it takes, although I might die trying. My true love will remain in a gold heart locket on a silver chain. freight was just too strong. Now the silence just gets colder as the river rages on. All night long I've been riding, driving, should have been there by now. But these old county roads got a lot of deep holes and the rain keeps pouring down. Ridges washed out in the rising waters of the river rush by. And I'm up to my fingers in mud, to my witness above, I'm really stuck this time. I got a gold hard locket on a silver chain, clenched tight in my fist in the pouring rain. And the only road back home again is all washed away. I'm gonna cross that river tonight, no matter what it takes. Although I might die trying, my true love will remain in a gold heart locket on a silver chain. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna get Mr. Allen back up here to do another one for you. He actually has a place in West Virginia, so this is not bad. He really has a girl up there. He takes his wife up to West Virginia. He does a lot of mission work up there, so. But we're going to West Virginia with his girl here in a minute, so. I know it's me. It's in me. Retune a little bit right here. Barry, you good? Yeah. If you're down in South Carolina, come by the opera down at Grambling, South Carolina. We'll be down there later this month or next month, one. We'll be in Inman, South Carolina, the 24th. So if you're down that way, come on by and see us. We'll be glad to see you down there.
She told me that her name was Jeannie. She lived in a cabin on the hill in a coal mining town in West Virginia. I love Jeannie, I guess I always will. I thought I would always born to ramble. I thought I would never settle down. I met her in the hills, West Virginia, in the heart of a coal mining town. I love the sound of gold drum back in the hills of Polk County, with the beautiful mountains all around me. West Virginia, you have won my heart and soul. I thought I would always born to ramble. I thought I would never settle down. But I met her in the hills of West Virginia, in the heart of a coal mining town. heart of a coal mining town. In the heart of a coal mining town.
I'm gonna do one for you called, Picture in a Tear.
Great job from our special guest, Polk County Line, and right now I do want to tell you about this. We have a new sponsor that just came on a couple weeks ago, and that's Handy's Old Country Store, located in Ennis, North Carolina. Just head up Highway 89, headed west, and turn there on Highway 18 towards Sparta, and you'll come to Ennis about halfway between 89 and Sparta. And they have a great food open Wednesday through Saturday. They also have all kinds of country store items. And then we have there, I have been there many times when they were open last year. They have great food, great desserts, all homemade items, and a lot of homemade craft items as well that you'll find in an old country store. That's Handy's Country Store, and I want to tell you folks about that. We heard from them a little bit earlier in the broadcast, but I didn't get to mention the fact that they had come on as a new sponsor. And right now, we do need to tell you that this upcoming portion of today's merry-go-round is being brought to you by Mayberry Music Center, located right across the street from the historic Earl Theater, where they're locally owned and operated by the Easter family. They'd like to invite you to stop in and check out their selection of acoustic as well as electric guitars. They've also got mandolins, banjos, fiddles, trumpets, clarinets, flutes, and much, much more. They also specialize in Blue Ridge guitars, and they're the authorized Blue Ridge guitar dealer here in the Mount Airy area, always offering a $100 discount off the suggested retail price of their Blue Ridge guitars. And they also usually have some slightly used Blue Ridge guitars at a discounted price. They've also got a big selection of strings as well as all types of accessories for your instrument, and music lessons as well as instrument repair. If you stop by and you don't see what you're looking for, please ask them, because chances are they can have it for you in just a couple of days. And you'll also find a great selection of bluegrass and bluegrass gospel CDs, including titles from Mount Airy's own Easter Brothers as well as the Primitive Quartet. And something that we really need to make mention of today regarding Mayberry Music Center is that Jeff and Sherry Easter will be in for their 15th annual concert during Mayberry Days later this month. It's taking place at Mount Airy Wesleyan Church this year, September 24th at 4 o'clock. You can find out more at jeffandSherryEaster.com. And also, celebrating their 20th year anniversary, Mayberry Music Center is raffling off one of their Blue Ridge guitars, and they're going to be selling tickets for that for only $10. Tickets are available for purchase at Mayberry Music Center, and the guitar is going to be given away during Mayberry Days, September 24th at Jeff and Sherry's concert. For more details, call 786-4713 or find out more just by stopping by Mayberry Music Center. That's Mayberry Music Center, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4, and on Saturdays from 9:30 to 3, and they're always closed on Sunday. Mayberry Music Center, historic Main Street in downtown Mount Airy, bringing you this portion of today's Saturday morning merry-go-round featuring Polk County Line. And we'll go back to more music now here from the stage of the Earl Theater.
Thank you. That was written by a fellow named Bob Kessel. We're going to do an instrumental for you, one called Clinch Mountain Backstep. Get her tuned up here. Take just a minute. Called Clinch Mountain Backstep. Gonna do one for you by Seldom Seen. They had out several years ago. Like that band, real good band. I don't know if they'd still tour or not, but this was their #1 most requested song when they were touring. Did I hear you say you were going far away again? You try to change it, I can't take the lonely nights without your love. Doing the road, get the music done, move along. What good does it do to play your songs for her and hear her say, wait a minute, did I hear you say you were going far away again? Try to change it, I can't take the lonely nights without your love. Rolling along, life's been good to you, even so. She comes to you, oh, late at night, and the times you hear her say, once again, wait a minute, did I hear you say you were going far away again? Try to change it, I can't take the lonely nights without your love. Waiting for you 30 days and nights without a rest. Gotta hold on, 29 to go. Once again, hear her say, wait a minute, did I hear you say you were going far away again? Try to change it, I can't take the lonely nights without your love.
And that's just going to do it for this edition of the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round. We'll be sure everybody tunes in next week. We'll be welcoming back the Shelton Brothers along with the Southern Gentlemen. A big hand for Polk County Line and the Biscuit Eaters. And until then, this is Jeannie Lowry signing off from another edition of the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round on the voice of the Blue Ridge.